The leader's just done a 138.3. The leader has just done a 137.9. Fastest lap for Aberdeen, 137.9. New fastest lap for Nijhoff, 137.5. There's traffic behind, keep your wits about you. Yellow flag, caution. Alright Andre, we've got 24 minutes to get a decent lap in. Blue flag. Flag. Yellow flag. increasing. It's now 36 Celsius. B35. Okay, Andre, 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes. You've used half your fuel. B30, you're currently 1.2 off the leader's pace.
Left side, clear left. Yellow flag. Very little fuel left. B27. The car in front has just done a 138.4. His exit's clear. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
38. Watch out. That's a new fastest lap for Aberdeen, 1:37.4. Yellow flag, sector 3 is.
On your right, clear right. Car right, clear right.
Sector 1 is 0.3, off the pace. Five minutes of fuel remaining, 5 minutes. Sector 2 is 0.6, off the pace. B32, you're now 1.9 off the pace. You're a second off the pace in sector 3. You're 10th off in sector 1.
Right.
Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. New fastest lap for Armia, 1:37.4. The track temperature is increasing, it's now 38 Celsius. flat. That's your best in the session. 2 litres left. We're running on fumes, mate. Sector 3 is 0.4 off the pace. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. You're a tenth off the pace in sector 1. Car approaching, stay behind the line. Blue flag.
Multiple cars, as I mentioned earlier on, so you are in a very precarious situation, but he often finds himself in these places to qualify as well as in races. Only up front they are getting Lee Aberdeen and Luca Barani not very far apart at all here, but I just want to see how Alistair Haig deals with Marcello Kessler coming around the old hairpin.
Flag.
I would say it's the best decision I've ever made, just not having done that under the safety car, really.
Yeah, they're taking their pit stop strategies from Ferrari lately or something. What's going on?
In at turn 1, there's too much gas on them, too much feet on the loud pedal, and approaches dropped him all the way down the order, but Philip Hammer is out in front by 8.91 seconds.
Clear left.
B30.
That might was a wall there, sir.
Track limits, the slightly deleted.
Doesn't want to be hearing that earlier on as well. Difficult the understeer is in the dirty air through that part of the corner because it's such a long corner and you get dragged off into the grass very easily. The lovely slipstream down towards the chicane. Dixon was briefly alongside, but that slipstream has saved them from catching him third. Yeah, Barani now lost a little bit of time to Aberdeen, about half a second. Peterson is in the championship fight. They're all chasing down Carl Jacklin, further down Rob Williams and Chris Barnes.
Sensational run outside line now though for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look at Miller's caught back into play. Exactly, Miller's in such trouble. He's left on second and change. All of a sudden, Miller's back in play.
So there's been a lot of movers and shakers in this first 2 laps here for race.
Car left, clear left.
It's all about the entertainment. So I hope everybody
Sector 1 is 2.4 off the pace.
enjoying himself watching the Burger King machines off into the grass a little bit there. Is it really bunched up now?
Standing out from the crowd is a challenge. You have the passion, courage, and ambition to do something extraordinary. You have an awesome story to tell and a
Track
wonderful
temperature's
vision to
decreasing.
share
It's
with
now
the world.
36 Celsius.
At Eddie Videos, we take that vision and turn it into reality so you can be heard above the rest.
Okay,
You
Andre.
need something
5 minutes of
different,
fuel remaining.
and we
5
give you
minutes.
the ultimate advantage. We can help you transform your ideas, images, and clips into a professional video that brings your message to life and sets a new bar for excellence. Visuals, voiceovers, editing, animations, whatever you need, we've got it.
Yellow flag.
If you're a new business looking to make your mark or an experienced company searching for something new
Sector 3
and
is
amazing,
0.6
we're here
off
to
the
help.
pace.
Trust us to take your video to amazing levels of awesomeness.
Sector 1 time is good.
Coming down, does he have it? Is going to get it. He's on the outside line though, going into the fastest corner on the circuit. Surely this can't work.
Dominic Ligner has got a sensational run outside
Exit
line
is
now
clear.
though for the
Push
heavy
now.
braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look at Miller's caught back into play. Exactly, Miller's in such trouble. He's left on second and change. All of a sudden, Miller's back in play.
Can Barry do it? Big Barry's going to do it. Big Barry! He's going to do it. Big Barry!
Blue flag.
Hello everybody and welcome to the iGPFun F3 League's final round here from Watkins, Glen. It's not quite the last
Okay,
race
Andre,
of
10 minutes of
2023,
fuel
but
remaining.
it is the last race of season 4 in 2023. Two great rivals fighting it out for this championship in the form of Kenton Off and Max Bartolotto, hoping to both become season 4 champion of 2023. Andrew O'Leary alongside James Parker once again here for this round of the championship, the final round. It's good to have you back here, James. It's a very exciting situation to come back to as well, with just one round remaining and two title protagonists separated by just 1 point going into the final round.
Yeah, it's unfortunately I've missed a couple of rounds due to being elsewhere, and you know I have missed this. I'm really excited to see how this goes, and I want to see how this is going to turn out between Kenzie Newark and Max Bartolotta. I think that's the thing, you know, with 48 cars on track going around Watkins Glen, this is going to be very, very interesting. But, as we know, there's always been great racing with the iGP here as well. We've got 27 laps. Purple zone running right until the beginning of the outer loop. So all the way round till turn 5 here as well. So let's see how this one kicks off, but I think it's going to be a good one.
It is indeed. Let's have a look at the championship standings before we go any further and tell you about the situation at the front of the field between Kentenioff and Max Bartolotta. These are the points as of corrected if they were to drop 2 rounds, which of course they will at the end of the season. Neuhoff leads by 1 point over Bartolotta. Then it's Tony Jimenez, who is pretty much locked into 3rd. Luca Verani pretty much locked into 4th. Pedro Suarez will have to hold off Robert Ridgway for 5th place with Greg Seitz, Andy Flint, Connor Gibble can gain places today, as well as Evan Way, who rounds out the top 10. Adam Townsman not too far away either, with Chuck Morrow in 12th. Samuel Herman's had a great end to the season. He's now 13th in the standings. Then, or 14th, I should say. Then we've got Edward Amos rounding out the top 15. Ivan Zura now is 16th, as Stuart Milnes, Christian Glamsey, as Jacques Willems, and Ben Goyette, the top 20 of this. And we'll just do the top 30 to round the season off. Mark Sotlods is 21st, tied with Will McIntyre-Jones. Actually, John McKenzie is 23rd, ahead of Matthew Gracie and Vyacheslav Potapenko. Koji Ito is 1 point ahead of Nick Carty. Then we've got Zoltan Zamota, Rinus Katini and Chris Stewart to round out the top 30 in those standings. In the 2500 standings, which we can't show to you, but I will tell you about, John McKenzie is leading those with 353 points to his name. And at the moment in second, it's Stuart Milne, 331, 22 points behind. I believe it can change between the two of them. It can indeed. Mackenzie has not got very strong drop rounds, and so he can lose the title, but he'll need to finish quite a long way down for Stuart Milne to overtake. In terms of the situation at the front of the field here, it's very simple, and it's much like the season we had in Season 2, James, if you remember back to that. Kentenioff versus Lee Aberdeen. On that day, it was whoever finishes ahead of the other. It's exactly the same again, because it's whoever finishes ahead of the other between Kentenioff and Max Bartolotta. If Bartolotta finishes in front, then he'll win on 3 wins to 1 on the tiebreaker. And if Neuhoff finishes ahead, then he'll win by 2 points or more at the end of the season. If they both finish outside of the top 11, then Bartolotta will win no matter what, because he's going to gain an extra point on Neuhoff, and that would tie them up. And as I say, he's got 3 wins to 1. It's a very simple situation, which we absolutely love. It's going to be an all-out fight between the two, and it looks like they're going to share row 3 to start as well.
Yeah, it does. They qualified in 5th and 6th. Now, I'm hoping this becomes very straightforward for us, right? I'm hoping that they just go out, they have some great racing,
don't forget
one finishes in front of the other, you know, and it's all wrapped up. But there are 47 other cars here who may not feel the same way. So we'll have to see how they get on. You know, they've got that purple zone coming right the way around till this corner. So as soon as they come out the bus stop, they're free to race. But the grid is up, and we can have a look and see where everyone will be very, very shortly. Why have we got another 30-minute qualifying session?
I don't know.
No, I can't answer that question, unfortunately. It looks like the software's just froze on me as well, which is making this very, very difficult. So, yeah. Okay, this is good. So, we might have to read off the live timing, Ewan.
Okay, well, the live timing is not available, which is a problem, because
nice.
Because it's being taken. Here we go.
Oh,
I found it, and I think we found the grid as well, or at least I'll start going through it anyway. Samuel Herman took pole position there right at the end, with Nicholas Westman breaking good time at the end, and he gets to second. Lee Aberdeen and Way will be on row 2, with Kentenioff and Max Bartolotta, the championship pairing, starting on row 3 together. Andy Flint and Kevin Semster will be on row 4, ahead of Tony Jimenez and Alex Carver. Luca Verani qualifies just outside the top 10, with Ivan Zura now 12th. Cameron Dance is 13th, ahead of Andrea Kata. Then it's Adam Townsend and Philip Lucas on row 8. Alistair Hay is 17th, ahead of Koji Ito. Robert Ridgway and Zach Willems round out the top 20, with Chris Stewart and Srishi Tapira on the next row. Then it's Clark Williams in 23rd ahead of Pedro Suarez. He's a long way back actually, Suarez, 24 for him. Then it's Edmund Cartier and Edward Amos and
Okay, Andre,
13,
get ready.
Bowling and Stuart Milne to round up 14. Then Vasa Pontolico and Chuck Morrow, the top 30. We'll quickly cycle through the rest of the grid on your screen, but there's nearly 50 of them. I don't think we've quite got time to
Right side, you're in the middle. Clear right, clear all round.
Get the lights on very, very
Left
shortly.
side.
You can see them in the background.
You're on the
there,
right,
Watkins
3 wide, clear
it's
left.
not a long run to the start-finish line from the last turn, so they're round the final corner, and we're ready to go racing for
Car
the
right,
final
clear
time
right.
in season 4 of
Car left,
2023.
clear
The
left.
title decider
On your left.
Watkins Glen is underway.
Hold your line,
Samuel
clear
Hurley
left.
from the front
Leave
of
the
the
pit for
field,
repairs
having
when we
a
called
great
in by
end
the
to the
stewards.
season, and he's having a great start to this 27-lap race at Watkins
your right.
Glen. He leads his way through turn 1. Then it's
Still there, clear right.
in second. Lee
start.
Aberdeen was the title winner the last time we had a title finale like this one. He's in third ahead of Evan Way. Then it's Katie Newhoff who gets off to a good start.
Yellow flag.
To his championship rival right behind him.
There has been some form of chaos at the back. I'm not going to lie at the moment. There is Ben Goyet, SM Amini,
On your left.
Marek Otlows, Chris Georgiango,
Hold your line.
James Rush, Oscar
Clear left, on your left.
Antignano, and Alex Watkowski,
Clear left.
Williams, Patrick Rowlands, James Rush, John McKenzie, Shaq Williams, Ryan Berry. They've all been involved in something in the back. We will have a look at that currently very, very shortly. But they're up and running and free to race. They are green, 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 and at the moment Newhoff is in front of Bartolotta, but there has been some form of chaos at the back here, and it literally shot up, lit up the timing tower as everything
Car
become
left,
red.
clear left.
And at the moment, I'm just trying to find out. I think it's
Car
something
right.
from here, and I say
Clear right.
I think because I'm not entirely sure, but it was. Rishi Tapera, there we go, and now everybody just ends up one big chaotic mess down there. So unfortunately there was a lot of people involved. I think Jack Williams may have had a moment in this as well.
On your right, clear
And
right.
It looks like Jack has also been a part of it. As you can see,
Watch your
there's
speed.
the contact
Pit lane
in
speed
front, they
limit
all
is
check up,
64
and then it
kilometers
is
per hour.
literally just
4,
bang, bang,
3,
bang, bang,
2,
bang, and a lot of people
1.
getting involved
Box now.
right at the beginning here as well, which is not an ideal scenario. But up front, Herma's bolted away like he should have done so already here, Ewan. But yeah, everybody else is a bit chaotic here.
There were 2 separate spins there by the looks of things, or maybe not, but anyway, it was chaos further back. Meanwhile, they're side by side for 5th. Newhoff versus Bartolotta. I think they were side by side.
Clear right.
Evan Way jumps over the curb through there, and Bartolotta has not found his way through. He's got a long right behind as well, and that could be yes around the course of the race, but over the opening laps at least has been claimed for the leaders. Normally, to be fair, the on zone at the start of the race normally aims to alleviate those kind of problems, but it hasn't on this occasion. It's created chaos. Meanwhile, Evan Way has lost time as they enter the Grand Prix section of the Watkins Glen layout. That was turn 6 where he got the drop, and Kenji Newhoff goes through. Max Bartolotta needs to follow through as quickly as he possibly can as well, and will do. So the battle is now for 4th and 5th for the championship contenders.
Yeah, Andy Flint's trying to get the inside of Evan Way. I think Evan Way got a slowdown there, and that unfortunately caused him some issue here as well. But we had no fewer than 9 people in the pits at the beginning here in turn 1, so it's been a little bit chaotic. But you can see the front 2 with Samuel Earl and Nicholas Vestman. Then you've got Aberdeen, Newhoff and Bartolotta. This is the battle we're going to be looking at as well. Then behind Swenstra, you've got Alex Carver, Luca Virani, Zoranu, Jimenez, Ridgway, Lucas and Hay. So a lot going on here as well. But whatever's going on, James Rush has had another incident. Chuck Morrow looks like he's been up the side of the circuit. Jack Williams has gone straight into the pits. Maximilian Gerhardt has gone to the pits. It has been a rough start. Reed Dennis has had a moment and had to jump to the pits as well. Yeah, not an ideal get up and go here at Watkins Glen at the moment. I can tell you that much. There's going to be a very few unhappy drivers, and I think
Andre,
it all
keep doing what you're doing.
stems
This is
from the
spot on.
start. I really do
21st.
believe that Tapia may have had I don't know. Did he just not know that they had to not overtake? I'm not entirely sure. But it was Rishi Tapana who literally had that moment with Jack Williams and then Chris Stewart and Clark Williams all involved, and you can see it here. Chris is on the inside, he's the purple and red, and he comes down into turn one. Then he goes across, spins, and then unfortunately, well, you don't really need me to tell you anymore, you can see. So I think some people need to either read the rules about the purple zone, or be a little bit more sensible going into turn one.
It's a combination of people losing it on the brakes and then proximity of everyone into turn one has created block the pile up as well. It's just, there's not a lot that people can really do about that through there. So in the background, I thought Barcelos was going for a move, but it's a long way back. He's just trying to get into the mind of Kenji Off at the moment by the looks of things. Don't forget the last time that Kenji Off was in a championship finale, he did lose out on wins, basically, on countback to the Alpine. He's hoping that doesn't happen again now with Max Bartolotto going for his first title in the iGPFun M3 League. Now he goes to the outside into the bus stops again. The Italian goes through, and is it going to be? No, in fact, I thought he was sailing on past there, but no. Bartolotto was getting alongside, gets into the mind of New Off again, but didn't go through this time.
No, he got almost there and then just couldn't quite finish it off. And it looks like New Off got a lot better run through the bus stop than Bartolotto did, unfortunately. So Bartolotto's got to sit and wait. Alistair Hayes had another moment. Chris Stewart, Connor Gibb, Michael Valkyrie. They've all been involved in incidents again. And this grid is, now we've had Connor Gibb, Chris Stewart, Jack Williams still in the pits. We are totally nearly 12 to 13 people in the pits, and we've lost 4 of them already. So we're down to 44. We're running on lap 4 here because it has just been chaotic, and I've never seen nothing like it from these guys. It's just, I don't know if that last round jitters or what the situation is, but you people definitely struggling. Max Bartolotto is not. Alex Carver has got Jimenez tucked up behind him. Serrano and Ridgway here with Philip Lucas as well with them.
Up in the midfield here, and surprisingly so inside the top 10. Actually, normally you see the top 10 spread out a bit more than this, but this time around they've managed to put things quite nicely close together so far. Up the hill through turns 2 and 3 and at the top of 4 as well. The open corner chaos seems to have just alleviated on the first lap, at least alleviated the problem to get over the top of the hill there with the wall so close.
Alright Andre, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Definitely not on this occasion, as we have seen. Bartolotto gets close again to New Off. I'm not sure whether he is waiting at the moment, waiting for a better opportunity, or whether he's stuck behind New Off, but he's very closely trailing as of right now.
But the problem is where you are on the final lap, right? You can go up through the S's and be as close as possible on the final lap, get the run into the bus stop, get the job done. Because the rest of the circuit is really quite tricky if you don't get exits coming out of the chute or around the turn or out the hill where they're just a fast approaching now. You can make it stick and they cannot get through. So Bartolotto, I'm not entirely sure if he's going to sit and wait until as late as he possibly can, but I've got a funny feeling that could be the case, because I don't think he's looking quite aggressive to basically make that move. He's poked his nose out a couple of times, he's like Pinocchio hiding behind a bush. He's poked it out, come back in, poked it out, come back in, but he's not really making the aggressive body language of an F3 car that we've seen in previous races. And we knew Bartolotto was coming. We said at the end of last season, if Bartolotto can stay in the series for as many races as possible, he would be a real contender, and he has shown it this time as well. He's done an absolute barnstorming job as Max Bartolotto, and along the line, he's finished in first. He's had 6 top 5s, 10 top 10s, 3 wins. Average start is 7th, but the average finish is 6th. Oh, so get very close there. 4 podiums. He's done it on. Yeah, did you see that? Like literally the wall. And he's done it all.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 34 Celsius. You've just done a 39.6.
And he's done a great job in the process.
We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Andre.
It's like it made it even worse. Really close to us. Maybe otherwise would, but me they get close to that wall on the right hand side, but then again you have to board at the moment, a bit back further in the pack with the likes of Ivan Zurnau. This is the group from Tony Jimenez on backwards. Jimenez, Carver, Zurnau, Ridgway and Lucas all in this battle for the final spot inside the top 10. And unfortunately Jimenez not quite having a time to recharge this season. He should finish third in the standings, but he comes into today 19 points behind Kenzinyov, just slightly too far adrift in those standings to really make an impression on the top of the standings. He has won a race this season, but other than that he's not been on the podium any other occasion over the course of the season, and that's all really about where he is in the standings. That's why he's not quite a title contender.
Yeah, he's had a very up and down, hasn't he? You know, the average finish says it all for Tony Jimenez. 7th place, not an ideal scenario, not an ideal moment for him. A little bit more consistency, and who knows, he could be up there, he could be challenging, he could be settling in with a championship. You can see him going too wide right behind here as well, with Ivan Zorano and Alex Carver, I believe, is on the outside. We'll go to Zorano on the inside. I just want to see how Zorano's going to approach this chicane, being too wide.
He's catching the gaps now.
There you go. It does make it through, and a good job from Zorano, but further back it looks like Carver's lost 2 places now. Ridgway's going to go through on him, and Carver might, yeah, he has, he's lost 2, and he's just nowhere he can go, and it's very tough at the moment as Lucas and Ridgway are side by side. Here at Ewan as well, there's good battles up and down. I'm still keeping an eye on Aberdeen, Newhoff, Bartolotta and Flint, as they're still fighting out, and then further down you've got Giovanni Salito with McKenzie, and then Moro is all in here, McKessler, Rowlands, they're all involved. It's just action-packed at the moment.
It certainly is. It's all right, but they must drop down the order on that lap as well. That was still an issue for the bus stop for him, but I don't know what it was. He was at sort of that area of the racetrack at the time, and for whatever reason, that's it, I think. Oh dear, smacks into the wall as well. That's especially not ideal. And into the wall, everyone else, I'd imagine he goes back to the pit lane now to sort of recover from that, and it can take his flash repair, because that car is pretty destroyed on the exit of the bus stop chicane.
Yeah, it definitely is, but Newhoff with here is settling in now. Bartolotta is about as close as he's ever been. Now Bartolotta pulls out on the right hand side. Is he going to make that effort again? I don't believe he is. I think it's going to allow Newhoff to take it. He does. It just carries on. As I say, I do wonder if he is literally waiting, and Lucas and Ridgway are coming in as well now, and they've had an action-packed race, and they're going to
20th place. The guy behind has just done a 138.7.
See what I mean about Bartolotta, the body language of that car, that aggression, that it just doesn't seem to be there at the moment, and I don't know if he's just playing the game. But the problem for him is he's got Andy Flint behind him, so if he's going to play the game, he's got to be a little bit careful all at the same time here, because this could go wrong for Bartolotta if he does get taken over by Andy Flint.
I'm becoming less convinced that he's playing the game at the moment. He might just be struggling around here. It's not the easiest circuit in the world to overtake. You do arguably have your best opportunity on the way towards the bus stop chicane. You certainly have the longest flat out run up until the bus stop chicane, right the way from turn 1 to that point, but I don't think it's the best corner for overtaking, really. It caused you a few problems. Flint was a bit wide on the way in there, but he gets away with it. He's still very close to the back of Bartolotta now, over the line. 4th place is 4, of course. 40 points on the line, 39 for 5th place, and at the moment Bartolotta, having started the day behind Newhoff, knows he needs to beat him, and that's as simple as it gets. Whoever beats the other wins tonight, as long as they're in the top 11 here, these two championship contenders. That is the simple maths equation. On board with Flint, he's going pretty quickly right now, and will he be going straight through as well? This could throw a cat amongst the pigeons. Andy Flint to the outside, and Newhoff will get the 16 to him, and through he goes, but no! Off into the wall. Andy Flint's place in 5th is oh so short-lived. He's into the wall at the bus stop chicane.
Oh, he got the job done, and I did say for Bartolotta, he could be in trouble from Flint, and he was, and then Flint got it done, and then he buried it in the wall, and the reason he buried it in the wall, he was 1 millimetre off the wrong place, so look at child. And that's all it takes at that bus stop. And I've driven it hundreds of times, and I've tried to do the same thing and same thing and same thing. I've hit that wall on the inside more times than I care to imagine. I've hit that wall on where Rick Flynn was as well.
Attention to track limits,
1
please, Andre.
millimetre, 2 millimetres off, going over that bump, and boom. See you later. And we saw that with Andy Glen. It is so difficult to ride as close to that wall as you need to be to make that the possible fastest route, I can tell you that much. But this is John McKenzie, Chuck Morrow and Marek Otlops battling it out once more with Giovanni Salito also in the mix for good health.
Side by side towards the heel of the boots as well. Salito down and through on Chuck Morrow there. John McKenzie still holding on to 18th position as things stand, so that's a bit of a group forming itself. But yeah, it's so difficult that top chicane. Andy Flynn has done what many people have done before him, and unfortunately the walls are so close to you there. You're at such high speed that you arrive at them very, very quickly as well. And I think Bartolotti's going to be quite pleased to see that. Obviously, he wouldn't want to see obviously the demise of someone else. He will be pleased to see that there's no gap now between himself and Neil, and he's got no pressure behind him now as well, which is the important part. 3 quarters of a second, admittedly, but no pressure behind him now.
B21.
Yeah, exactly. And now he can just concentrate on trying to go forward here. I've got a feeling this is Salito's opportunity. He's going to pull out to the outside. I'm interested to see if this outside line works. And what is McKenzie going to do? Is McKenzie going to send it in on him? I think he is, and Salito is going to get through McKenzie now with Otlops tucked up here as well with Chuck Morrow, who has just... Chucky! I thought that was it. I thought his nose gone there for Chuck Morrow. He is trying here, Ewan, and he's having a barnstorming battle with the brakes. Oh, and he's gone round. No! Oh, Morrow!
Dear, oh dear. Big incident down at the 6th corner as it was side by side battling. John McKenzie was eventually displaced by Salito, and Morrow wanted to do the same, but he got it wrong, slid straight through, and unfortunately spun right back onto the racetrack again. Got clattered by George Andalidis there, who was on the scene very, very quick. George Andalidis, that is, got onto the scene very, very quickly.
Armia is now in the lead.
Clatter straight into the side of Morrow. I don't think it was a bad rejoin per se, but just a spin really in front of George Andalidis that really we couldn't avoid.
Yeah, and I'd like to point out we must have set a record. And I say this very openly and honestly. Out of all the cars, 48 cars that started this race, we are down to Eddie Amos is the last one
Lap time's
running
pretty
in
consistent.
30
P20. The lap time was
15
14.0.
cars over 11 laps, and that has to be a record. I've never seen that before in this league whatsoever. Ever. As Otlops has just gone past McKenzie as well. So, yeah, that's got to be a record. I've never seen that in the IGP. It's never normally been like this. It's, well, you and I both know you, and we've been here for a few seasons of them now as well. It's never been like that.
No, certainly not. I mean, I'm not counting out the fact that Chuck Morrow, Sandy Flynn and Cameron Dance might find their way back out onto circuit again because they haven't left yet, but they are provisionally retired. And yeah, that would put us at what? Over a third of the field out of the race already from this one, and we're barely over a third of the way through the race. That just puts into perspective what a day that it's been, really, unfortunately. The battles are now a bit further back that we're focusing in on because there's not too much going on inside the top 10, despite an encouraging start for everybody. So this fight we're watching now, 23rd place, I should say. He said at the time Ben Goyette got involved in the lap 1 incident actually, but he's still continuing on.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Oh no! It's over! What did he do? I believe he's still running. Yeah, but I've got him as he's had a crash. I don't know what he did, but whatever.
I reckon he might.
18th.
If he's crashed and he's grazed the wall there, has he? I don't think he's hit the wall there, has he?
No,
See him get into the wall.
No, me neither. But I've got a notification that he's had a moment. Hold on, that's a little bit bizarre there. What is... well, he's still running.
He's still exactly where exactly the gap to Newhoff as well. It was approaching a second beforehand, so yeah, I think he's okay.
I'm not so sure. I think the timing may have had a moment, right? A big red bar flash up and Bartolotto's crashed. So, yeah, Chuck Morrow has crashed. He's jumped back in for the pits. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there with Chuck Morrow. We've got Koji Ito, who's got Philip Lucas behind him here as well. The battles, as you say, are all at the back. George Angelidis is still running, I believe, as well, but he's down in 34th. So yeah, 34 cars out of 48 here, still running, which is very bizarre for my liking, I think.
It's Watkins, Glen. It doesn't take any prisoners, to be fair. We're on board with Philip Lucas now as he tries to work his way past Koji Ito.
Palmier
Once again,
is leading the
early in
race.
the morning, as he so often does, on what will be a Monday morning over there, where he is. He goes a bit wide, though, unfortunately, through turn one, and Philip Lucas will be going down the inside and straight through here. Nice pass. On the inside he goes into turn two, and yes, straight through into 14th. That one was rather handed to him, really.
Yeah, that was a mistake, unfortunately, for Ito there. He just couldn't keep turn one. You can poke your nose out there, but you're going to lose drastic amounts of time if you don't. Or he takes a completely different line through that bus stop compared to others, and you can see the different line that him and Philip Lucas have taken. Lucas is now chucking literally 1.1 seconds out of him. If you haven't got the confidence to chuck it an inch away from that inside wall, and it does have to be an inch, you lose bunches of time, and we've literally just seen that with Philip Lucas and Koji Ito. Ito didn't have the confidence to do it, and he's lost well over 1.2 of a second, so yeah, it's a tough one. It goes to show one corner making such a difference, though, Ewan, I think that's the thing.
Berry is now leading.
So, no battles really inside the top 20 for the most part, apart from this one right at the very back of the top 20. The Aberdeen is still relatively close to Nicholas Ressman at the moment, but that's about it inside the top 10, certainly at this stage. Just over a second gap, and proving difficult to close at this circuit, which is so fast these days. It used to be fast, but it was repaved about 5 or 6 years ago, and now it's even faster. This Watkins Glen. It's proving to be a pretty difficult one to overtake on as well. I would imagine that that was expected, though. In fact, Luca Verani was chatting to us earlier on in the day about tyres, and I'm not surprised that the tyres are taking a beating around here, given the amount of high-load corners there are.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, because you are running at quite fast pace through some of this circuit, like the first 3 quarters of the lap, it's pretty much, go, go, go once you get past turn one. So once you get past turn one, it is literally just go at it now and full throttle it and full throttle into the chicane or lift as much, obviously, as you're brave to do, get it close to the wall, take the bump, come around the inside of the way you go. So tyre wear is an issue, and I think that's the thing. So, Verani has said himself, though, didn't he? He took a race in before the race and ended with 7% tyre wear on the front left. So that just about says how bad it is here on tyre wear.
Saw someone spin through the bus stop there just behind these two.
I'm wondering if it's... No, it's not Ryan. Ryan Beck. No, it's not that one.
Someone else went for a big slide through the toe there of the Grand Prix.
Oh, Mackenzie! That was John Mackenzie, not Ryan Berry, unfortunately. John Mackenzie went and stuck it in the wall. So that's another one who is
slowly backed it into the wall as well with the rear wing. What's happened here for somebody? Can't tell for the moment.
No, we're back up with we're back with Solito and Otlops. Back to life here as well. There seems to be having a little bit of a techie issue, but we will cope with it as it goes on here.
lap 15 here
V20,
of the
we're at the
championship
halfway
finale.
point.
Still
We think
12 laps to go
round 14
at the end of
laps
this one.
remaining on this
And
tank.
more importantly, Kenzie North is in 4th place, ahead of Max Bartolotto, is exactly where he needs to be to take a second title in a row, because he took the last one by near. It's a few more points than this one. In the end, it was 22 points, which doesn't sound like a lot, and it isn't in reality, but we did have it tied up before the end of the season. This time around, it's very, very different indeed. He was second the season before that, of course, in only his 3rd season. But now in his 5th iGPFun F3 League season in a row, of course.
The guy in front is Gibberhard.
He's on his way to possibly winning the title at the moment. Let's have a look and see if he can continue on in the position he needs to be in. As I said earlier, and I'll reiterate again, he needs to finish ahead of Bartolotta, and that's all he needs to do. It's a straight fight between the two of them. Whoever finishes ahead of the other will take the title today.
Yeah, now we've got Westman and also Aberdeen going at it here as well. Aberdeen is pushing into that second spot. Hermo is out in front, as you say, he's come on very strong in the second part of this season, which is great for him because it looked like we may have seen a struggle at the beginning. So let's hopefully for him he should be alright. But for Samuel Hermo, if he comes back next season and has a great start, it would all be good here as well. So there you go. Andy Glen, it was amateur hour at the bus stop today.
That lap time was 1:39.8.
Yes, unfortunately there as well.
What about amateur hour? I've seen plenty of very good drivers go off there as well. It's
oh, thank you. Have you watched some of my? Have you watched some of my races? Have you?
I wasn't referring to you.
Oh,
That's a new fastest lap for Guyhoff, 1:38.3.
It's no love yesterday in the booth, I can tell you that much.
Come on, Andre, good stuff, keep it coming.
He's lost, he don't know what to say.
He gave me the open goal, so I had to take it. Side by side for 18th now between Otlots and Salito. He's going to do well to get round here though, Salito. Oh, he's going to try it though. Oh, dearie me, and that's why you don't really. Otlots is going to go off and find the wall. Is that him finding the wall? It is, and he's taking his front wing off. Stupid Pontapenko by all of things.
Give it a minute. The time that's having a moment. It's James Rush, I believe.
It's me.
I know, it's bubbling all over the place. But I tell you what, let's go back up front with Westman and Aberdeen fighting it out here, because this might be the easy one to follow for a minute. Why the system's having a bit of a moment.
It makes a bit more sense. It's pretty easy to follow this battle. Do something for the moment. Aberdeen knows exactly what it's like to be in the situation that he finds it, or that Kenzie North and Max Bartolotto find themselves in at the moment. Just about 2 seconds between the two of them in that fight for 4th.
B18.
Aberdeen returning once again for the final race of the season, which I think is interesting here. Gents, I wonder if he'll be making an appearance next week to represent Australia.
Probably. Hopefully. We'll see. Don't forget, guys, that is referring to the F3, obviously, World Cup that we've got going on here as well. Now, next
38.2.
week,
Track
next
temperature's
Sunday,
falling. It's
basically
now
December the 10th, 2023. Race starts at 9:30 as normal. 4 drivers, 1 per car from the same country, battling out to find the fastest nation in F3. The race will be 45 minutes long. We are waiting for the exact lap count. We don't know what the track is either, so I can't even give you that. Possible tracks: Road America, Mugello, Spa, Hockenheim, and more. That's all the information we've got, and I can't tell you any more. So, and that's about it. Good to be fair. So if you want to get yourself involved, join the Discord, link down below in the description, and come and join in and have some fun. I'm pretty sure it's nearly full up. The last message I seen, there was not a lot of places left at all.
So get yourself in there and ready, and signed up, I should say, because yeah, it's going to be gone very quickly. We've got USA fielding 2 teams, by the way, just so massive prize. Yeah, by the looks of things, because or something. I don't know. It doesn't. It's
You've just done a 139.8.
It's an American word. I don't understand what that means. So I'll leave them to that. Oh, no, I do understand actually. They've got 14 drivers currently signed up for 8 places, if you see what I mean. So they'll race between themselves to find out which of the drivers will represent America, if you see what I mean. Right. So that will happen over the course of the and we have English representation as well, by the way. It'll be very biased commentary. That's all I'm saying. We've got a few drivers representing us, which is good.
Yeah, Herman, Connor Gibb and Aaron Smith are the English team. In Netherlands, it's Webstra, De Hock, Martial and Zach Williams. And in Italy it was Bartolotta, Cantillani, Bay and Quintera. So, yeah, that could be a very interesting one. Unfortunately for Simon Fessy, he's all on his own for France here. Bit of a shame for Simon. But yeah, we've got Alistair Hayes, Stuart Milne and Martin Devine for a Scottish team. Go on, boys.
That's good. Yes, very good. Look forward to seeing that. Who's going to be better out of England than Scotland? That'll be a laugh. We'll wait and see. We should probably combine forces to make it a bit stronger, but we'll be fine. I'm sure the Scottish are absolutely pleased to be away from the English.
Yeah, they've been trying to go off for ages, mate. So you know, give them the opportunity
now. 12 seconds. P17.
But good luck to them both, and we'll run through them. We'll have a little bit of a discussion at the end of the race about that, just shortly before we go. But anyway, we'll leave that to the side for now because we've got a championship to win here. Well, Kenji Newhoff has. He's got Lee Aberdeen and Nicholas Rushman right to the front. 8 laps to go right now, and Newhoff has got a decision to make. Do I get involved and try and overtake so that I can maybe get away from not to behind, or at least prevent him from catching those 2 seconds, or do I stay where I am and hope that he doesn't catch those 2 seconds anyway?
Let's be real, and I'm going to say this honestly, he doesn't need to get involved. What's he going to prove by being in there? Nothing. We've got Connor Gibb, YouTube chat. The comms better be biased, he says, as he fights it out for the English team. And then Andy Flint, we got it narrowed down yesterday to 8 drivers. Now they've got an East and a West team. So the West team is Kevin San Diego, Greg Sykes, Conor Wagner and Chuck Morrow. And then the East team is quite a strong team, you know, because obviously they've got Mackenzie Broom, Andy Flint and Robert Ridgway and Dave Holland. Now Dave, obviously, I don't believe we've seen much of, if any, of this season, to be honest. I'm trying to think back to the ones that I was actually here. But Broom, Flint and Ridgway, that's a very strong side. But I look at the Finnish team and I sit back and think, oh, Millikangas, Westman, Hampia, and Haitainen as well. And they're all very strong drivers.
139.7.
This could be really interesting here as well. I'm looking forward to this. I want more in the French team.
Limits, watch those lines.
Simon Fessy and more teammates. He's going to be all by himself. That's it.
Been racing in recent times, so unfortunately it looks like he will be on his own for that one. The only reason I can see, by the way, just to get back to this race for the last 7 laps, the only reason I can see Kenji Newhoff getting involved here is if they start to lose time. If he starts to lose time, stuck behind these two, and Bartolotta is gaining on them, then I can see him getting involved. But I think for now, he is fine where he is, just over 2 seconds back from Bartolotta.
Yeah, Andy Flynn, is that confirmed? Because I haven't had that confirmed to me yet. We will be racing at Road America, so I have home field advantage. Now, I haven't had that confirmed to me. Have you seen that confirmed? I don't remember getting it confirmed. No.
But he may have done. But we should hold it at
no,
because that means no one's got home field. Although I suppose it's like when someone hosts the Olympics, doesn't it? It doesn't mean that, you know, that's unfair.
Called into the pits for repairs.
Yeah.
So that's fair enough.
I think we should go to Mugello. That's the only track nobody's been to. What do you think?
Well, that's true as well. Although we do have Italians who may well